Currently, the best way to make money in Temtem is by releasing court Tems for the free Tem group. You can do this every time you catch a Tem, or directly from the PC at any healing station throughout the game. Then to get the cash for those that you've released, you simply need to head over to the free Tem group house next to the breeding centre on Omnicia, talk to the one at the desk, and you'll get the money for all those you currently released. However, the money you get for this is actually dependent on the level, stats, rarity, and variety of Tems you've released, from what I can figure out. So in order to maximise the amount that you're earning each time, you'll need to head over to this specific cave on Tukma. Then by using Nestler or any other Tem with a good multi-hit or chain ability, you can weaken and catch 2 Tems at a time, which are usually somewhere between level 37 and level 40. Of course, Nestler will on multiple occasions kill these Tems due to type advantage, but if you bring along a Tem you want to level up, Cowards cloak them, and while you're busy making money, you're also leveling up a lower Tem pretty quickly. This cave is also where the rare Tem Shinu can spawn, so if you don't want that, you can simply release it from extra money, or grab a few to breed later, or just to show off, of course. Once you've used up all your cards, you then head back over to collect your payout, which, if you're using 50 cards at a time like me, can range from somewhere between 2,500 to 4,500, and that kind of depends on how good the Tems were that you caught and released, or the amount that you caught with those 50 cards, because obviously things still break occasionally, so you have to bear that in mind. Of course, you can double that by just taking 100 cards rather than 50, but to actually keep the money that you're making while doing this, you'll need the 4-leaf clover from the very first island, which is inaccessible without the crystal skates, so make sure you head there before you go on over to the third island, or just co-op with a friend who hasn't progressed that far and be able to use their skates to simply head on through and get the item. What this does is it allows you to use regular Tem cards, like the Tem Card Plus, reducing the cost of restocking cards for farming, and it simply has to be equipped on whatever Tem you're using to farm, in my case my Nestler, and that allows you to just farm and generate as much money as possible, only using up about 750 suns per restock for 50 cards. Obviously that would be double with 100, you're also making double the money back, so it's a pretty good trade-off. However, of course, this does take time, which is the case with farming in any MMO, to be fair, but in this case, it does take, I think it took me about an hour. Sometimes it takes less to use up all your cards, depending on how many break and how quickly you catch certain things. But it's a pretty big time investment to make the money. But if you're really serious about making the money, this is the best place and best way I've found to do it, because it generates a bunch of XP, and once you've got to a point where your Nestler is like level 48, all that XP is just being dumped onto whatever Tem you're leveling up as well. So it's pretty quick to level up Tems if you're breeding and things. But in summary, grab the 4-leaf clover, slap it on a Nestler, buy a bunch of regular Tem cards, and head on over to Tukma and make some sweet, sweet money.